Hi Rob, this is just a quick testimonial from me to let you know how I'm getting on a few months now after I completed my Thrive training, my Thrive coaching with Ben Greer here in Dundee. And yeah, the change has been, let's not use the word miraculous, but the change has been impressive in myself and the way that things have changed around me um, have been amazing, really. There's no other word for it. It's been amazing. It's helped me in terms of coping with personal day to day stuff, but for me, the biggest impact has been in business terms. It's helped me to be much more in control of how I feel when I'm working in my business. I'm a graphic designer, and many graphic designers we're a bit not neurotic, but we're very what's the word? Um, we're very self-doubting about things, so we get very stressed out quite easily when we're working on designs and things about what are other people, what's the client going to think? Is this good enough? Is this, oh, I can't send this. I can't send this yet. They're going to say it's awful. It's going to be really bad. And I would cripple myself thinking that way, literally cripple myself. I wouldn't be able to design, I wouldn't be able to think, I'd be in a bad mood, I wouldn't be nice to be around because I would be so stressed out, worrying about what might happen, and it would always be catastrophizing. It would always be the worst is going to happen. This is what's going to happen. And when that happens, how will I deal with it? Going through Thrive let me see that that was the way. I kind of knew that's the way I was thinking, but sometimes you need something that spells it out for you and lets you really clarify what's going on. And so by going through the coaching program with Ben, it really opened my eyes and opened my mind to what was happening when these triggers were getting sent off. I still have the odd blip now and again, but I now have the mechanisms to cope with it. I can now see what's happening, and my brain instantly kicks in and goes, "Wait a minute, why are you suddenly feeling this way? What's nobody's dying, nobody's getting hurt," and that's the biggest change for me. It has been life changing, that being able to process my thoughts in that way, which I just couldn't do before. It's let me, being able to do that has let me be braver with my business. I'm now making decisions that are helping my business move forward because I'm able to say no to certain clients. I'm able to control projects better, whereas before the client would control a lot of the stuff that came in because I wanted the work, I wanted the client to be happy, and in my head, the way to do that was to kind of give the client more control, but it was more control than they needed. The client's coming to me, I'm the expert, that's why they're coming to me, so I should be the one controlling the project, saying, no, this is how we should do this, and Thrive has given me the confidence and the mindset to do that, and it's just been brilliant. I've made changes to my business which have freed up more time for me. I'm now outsourcing more of the work that I shouldn't be doing. Just simple things like someone to answer my calls. My bookkeeping is the next thing to be outsourced, so that I'm concentrating on the design side and consultation side of things in terms of design. That's where I should be. That's my main thing, and Thrive's helped me do that. So as much as it's helped me in my personal life, the reason it's helped me in my personal life, I think, is that it's increased my enjoyment of my business day again. So I'm a happier person in the day, and if I'm a happier person in the day, then I'm going to be an easier person to be around out with the business environment. Sometimes I have a lot of work on, and so I have to shut myself away to get the work done, but that's different to kind of being pissed off and angry and frustrated, 90% of the time, because you're constantly thinking about work, constantly thinking about work. I do think about work, but it's in a much easier way. Now when I'm thinking about work, I'm thinking about big ideas and developments and where can I take my business now? What can I do now? And that's the big change for me. That's, thinking positively about where my business can be. Whereas before it was, where is my business now? And why is it not doing anything? And why am I working so hard but not achieving anything? Why is it going nowhere? And it's clear now that I can look back and say, well, the problem was me. The problem wasn't getting the right client or the right projects or the right budget or the right money coming in. It was me. I was the stumbling block. I was the brick wall. I was the one holding everything back because my mindset was all wrong. I was thinking about things. I was very negative. When we did the course, I think I was a catastrophic, black and white, perfectionist thinker. Nightmare as a designer. That's me using negative language there, but I did that on purpose, using the word nightmare. So everything's changed. My language has changed, the way I think has changed, and it's just changed everything for the positive. So I'd like to say, Rob, massive thank you for creating the course. I'd just like to say an even bigger thank you to Ben Greer from Thrive in Dundee, who we still keep in touch and might be doing some work together as well. So that that relationship is ongoing. And I suppose a last thing to say is that I'm actually running through the Thrive for Teens course with my 13-year-old son, who's been having some issues at school, a bit of bullying, a bit of self-confidence issues. And I know Thrive works. So I bought the Thrive for Teens book and I'm currently working my way through that with my son. We're only just about to go into week 2 and I can already see differences in his attitude to things. So massive thumbs up from me. You've made a huge difference to my life and to the people around me as well, which is very important to me. The people around me are pivotal in my life, and if I can be a better person around them, then all the better for it. So thanks very much, guys, and thrive on.